So I just want to let you know at the beginning of this video, my bad, this was a late upload. This was actually supposed to be done earlier this week, but I didn't get it done in time. Also, this is going to be very, very rambly. But again, I wanted to just go ahead and showcase Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Visions one last time, since I did enjoy this game before it got shut down. And yeah, so this is the last time you will see me talk about this game, most likely in a standalone video. So yeah, here's the last video I'm going to do on this game, and yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. So I'm going to go ahead and showcase my account for the final time and go through my last couple of missions. So I wanted to go ahead and do this video and take you through my last day of playing Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Vision. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this out pretty quickly just to kind of show you my account, take you through the last stage I played, and just basically do this video as a goodbye to this game. Now, just so you know, I did play this game, but I kind of got inconsistent with it because I moved on to other games. But this was definitely a pretty fun game when I first played it. I guess, what would I say now that it's done? How do I feel about the game? I wish I spent more time with it because it was actually a pretty solid game. It wasn't the best gacha game I played, but it was a solid gacha game. I think this is the first gacha game that I'm actually recording that has an end of life that I can remember. I might have done some a couple of years ago, but this one I do remember. This one I'm actually take you through the end of life in my last basically day playing this game and just showcasing my account. But what can I say? I definitely love the characters. I did wind up, and that's part of the reason why I wound up leaving, was I got stuck in the game. The story, at least from what I played, was pretty good, definitely intriguing. But I will say, I know we're talking about this game, but I did like Brave Exvius better than this one, to be honest. I liked a lot of the character designs of this game. Well, like every gacha game, I don't play any gacha game that I don't enjoy the character designs, but I definitely did enjoy the character designs. Again, I had an issue, like I said before, where I got stuck playing this game, and that's part of the reason why I left, because I had a hard time progressing and leveling up my characters. But I will say, one of the most important things about a game is the gacha rate. Good, bad, how do I feel about it? And I can honestly say that when it came to this game, the gacha rates were actually pretty good, pretty fair. Now, I didn't get every character that I wanted. One character that I tried for every time they came around, I never got it, was Cloud, and I tried multiple times. But I did get a large assortment of UR characters. So, is it SSR or is it URs? I think it's SSRs in this game. But yeah, I definitely did like the gacha in this game. As you see right now, I'm taking you through all the monsters or summoning, my fault, through all the summons that I've done in this game. So I'm showcasing all of them that I got. And as you see, I didn't really take time. This is why I'm saying, like, I should have invested more into the game, because I think if I would have invested a lot more, I would have got a lot more things built up. So that's something that I didn't do. Oh, one thing I want to mention too is the tickets. I love the ticket summoning. That was actually a pretty, that's what's helpful with me getting a lot of characters that I got. Oh, Leviathan is one of my favorite summons from Final Fantasy. Let's see, because I'm actually just recording this real time. Bahamut, absolutely one of my favorite summons. I'll be honest, I am surprised, Phoenix. I am very surprised on how many summons that I've gotten now that I'm looking at it. Like I said, I haven't played this game in a while, but the one thing I would say is, oh, that was actually pretty cool. Sure, how do you say sure you? I think I said this in another video, but the one thing I'll say about this game is, as long as it's been out, I've never ever deleted this game off my cell phone, ever, not once. I've always kept it on there because I always wanted to go back to it. And yeah, I absolutely did enjoy this game. I just wish I would have put a little bit more time into it and a lot more effort. I hope somebody out there, and I'm asking in YouTube land, will do an, what's it called? A retrospective. I hope somebody out there in YouTube land would do a retrospective on this series, because I would like to see where the story went, because once you get to my gameplay, you'll see how far I was. I am very far from completing the story. I mean, because I think from what I've saw at least once, I think Mort did wind up becoming the king of the kingdom. I can't really remember off the top of my head. Like I said, I haven't played in a while. But I would love to see how that happened. So yeah, that's the one that I would say that I wish I would at least spend a lot more time in this game and would have, you know, progressed through the story a lot more, because I really thought the story was pretty interesting. But again, the reason why I fell out was just because there was other games that came out and I got more drawn to those games than this one. Okay. I'm glad I see it now. So this wasn't SSRs, this was URs. So yeah, that's one thing I'll say. Yeah, very, very, which I already said earlier, but I'll say it again. Very, very free to play friendly. And I was very happy about this. I will say it was very hard to max out characters. It took a lot of work to max out characters. But the fact that like the one thing I do love is gacha games where you at least have a good chance of getting the character that you want. And even though, yes, I didn't get the one character I tried almost every year to get, which was Cloud, I still got a lot of characters I wanted in this game. So I'm not too mad about that. Did I get the Tomb Raider? Did I get Lara Croft? I don't even remember. Yeah, I know I got her, which you'll see in a sec. I keep wanting to say craft essence, but I'm not. Hey, if y'all know where that comes from, leave in the comments down below. But these are craft essence. I forgot what they call these. What they call these in this game. Yeah, the art in this game was actually pretty good. I definitely did like the art. Is that Ifrit? As you see, I'm recording this real time because I actually, and this was on me, I was actually going to stream like the last hour of this game before it shut down. But just to be honest with y'all, I messed up and I wound up falling asleep. And that's why I didn't stream it. So because that was the plan, was I was going to stream it for like the last like hour or two and just play it till shutdown. And yeah, I wound up messing up and I woke up and it was kind of too late. So that's why I didn't stream it. So, and because the thing was I was just trying to take a little nap. And then by the time I woke up, I think I only had like what, 20-30 minutes left with the game. And because of how my setup is, I didn't have time to turn on my setup so I can live stream it. So I decided to go ahead and record and do this video for y'all. As we're going through this, as I'm doing my character showcase, I just want to point out a couple of characters that was good for me, which one just passed, which was Ayaka and Medina. Those were beasts. Those were always mainstay. Medina, she was actually my first character that I went for. She was officially my first summon. Gilgamesh, which I never got fully built, but Gilgamesh was also a beast. I think it was, at the time, was one of the best characters in the game. Federica, that was one of my mains. Shout out to Federica. I'm sad that she's gone. I loved her design. Orlando was a beast for me. Whisper was cool. I loved her design, but she was a terrible character. Shadow Lynx was cool. Lucia was cool. Vanera. Yeah, I remember her. I remember pulling for her. I remember her story. Victoria was actually pretty good. I did like Yerma's design. I did try to make her one of my mains. Let's see. What else? Elbert, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but that dude was a beast for me. The best tank when I played. Glacia is one of my favorite characters. She was definitely one of my mains. Kane. Well, I like that game. That's why I had to point out Kane. One of my favorite Final Fantasies of all time. Ramada was cool too. I liked her. Niblu was cool too. I remember when I pulled her. I liked her. I liked her design. I was really big on her when I first pulled her. Yuna. Titus, of course. 9S 2B, of course. Man, I like Keymouth. I like his redesign. Dwayne was a beast for me, and I also like more. Dwayne was a beast. Yeah, I definitely like Charlotte's design. And Tifa, of course, love Final Fantasy. My first Final Fantasy I think I ever played. I think it was my first one. Like I said, I always wanted Cloud. I regret not getting him. Yeah, I like Jade. If that's the one that was with Gilgamesh, yeah, I like that dude. Locke, Glacia, of course, as you know. Yeah, Charisse was cool. I never used her. Oh, I like that one. My bad, I had to go back. Reishi, I think that's how you pronounce her. I liked her design. She was pretty. I never used her, but I like her design. Darfina, Brave Exvius. Hoyo was a beast for me in Brave Exvius, so definitely one of my favorite characters. Man, well, I wish I got the light. You see, Ramada and Glacia, two of my favorite characters in the game. Gilgamesh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't think I ever used her. Strategist Oda, yeah, that's a pretty cool design. Pain, of course. And there you go. That's all the characters I pulled for. So that's my final account. Let me know what you think. Did I have a pretty good account before the game ended, or were there some characters I was missing? I know the Cloud was one I wanted to get. But yeah, that's pretty much my entire account when basically the game ended. Some of those characters' design I hope get reused in the future because I do like a lot of those characters' designs. So as you see, I'm going to showcase my last couple of battles before the game basically ended. Yeah, I wish I would have took time and used a lot of the characters that I pulled for because there was a lot of cool designs that I never used. But yeah, I might make a change, but I think, yeah, this is my final party before the end of service happened. Shout out to Federica and Medea, or is it Medea? I forgot to pronounce her name, but those two were always mainstays in my party. Glacia too. Those were like the three mainstays. Everybody else are kind of moved in and moved out, but those are the three I always kind of kept in all of my parties for the most part. Well, that's not true. Actually, it's just Medea. Was it Medea or Medea? I think it's Medea. And Federica were actually the two that were always in my party. Everybody else basically got switched out because even Glacia is not the original Glacia I used. So yeah. What is it? Ayaka, the White Mage was another one I could remember. Gilgamesh was another one I used to always use. Ramada, her second form was the one I always use. Who else off the top of my head? I'm trying to think. Oh, I can't remember everybody. What's it? Katomi was one I used to use. The one ninja girl. I used her for a little while. I already said, what's it? Niblu was one. I used to like her. Basically, I liked everybody who had guns. Anybody who had guns, I pretty much used all of them. Well, I shouldn't say I used all of them, but I basically used all the ones that I pulled for. So yeah, those are just some of the characters that I can remember that I used. There was definitely more. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, this is the one gacha game that I actually had a lot of fun with for a time. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I definitely got bored of it. But I always kept coming back, and I never deleted this game off my phone because I did enjoy the game, and every time I came back to it, I always had fun with it. But again, the one thing I would say is that stopped me from playing is I got stuck from time to time. And then of course I just got into other games. I think one of those games was Epic 7. Epic 7 basically took up a lot of my time. There's a lot of games, but yeah, this was definitely a good one. Really great for free-to-play players. If you're free to play, this was one that I would recommend. And yeah, I am sad because I played this game when it first came out. And so there's a lot of like my favorite character designs that are going away. Like again, one of the ones that come off the top of my head, which you just saw, was Federica. I'm really sad that I'm not going to see that, because I always liked her character design. And of course, she was one of the first. She wasn't one of the first pulls that I made, but when she came out, she was one of the first pulls I went for, and I always kept her in my game. Oh, it's Seymour. Okay, I got the wrong person. Or Seymour. Well, however you pronounce it. Alright, my bad. I got him confused with another character. So. Like I said, Gilgamesh was a beast. But I never got him maxed out. And I tried, and he was, like I said, he was a very hard character to build in this game. I remember when I first got him, because everybody's like, he's the best character to get. But he was very, and it's true, he's very difficult to build. Very difficult. You know what? Let me say this, because I want to show a little bit of love to Brave Exvius, the first one, because I love that game. That game was fun. I enjoyed that story, and I was sad. I was definitely sad when that one shut down, because I absolutely enjoyed that one. I got pretty far in that game. Now, I didn't play that one day one, but I definitely played it like, a couple of years after it came out, and that one had so many characters. And yeah, that game was fun. The attacks were insane. It was, you know what, I'll pop it on the screen real quick, just real quick, because this is for War Divisions, but you see what I mean? Brave Exvius was such a good game. I enjoyed this game so much. I love how the attacks were, it was just a crazy game. And yeah, I knew once this game shut down, I knew War Divisions was basically pretty much about to end also. And I remember back then when I saw that, I said, okay, I need to make sure I play War Divisions. And I did come back multiple times, but again, I just got caught up with other games. And yeah, I wish I would have spent more time going through this game. Shout out to Medina, or Medea, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Medina, what I'll call her, because she was actually my first summon, and she's actually the first character in this game that I actually got maxed out. And oh wow. Wow, that's nice to see. She was I started with that character and I ended with her. I didn't realize that, but yeah, the last time I played this game, Medina was the first character I started this game with, and now it's the last character that I ended this game with. So there's not much else I gotta say about this game. As you see, that this is more of a ramble video, just to say, you know, I had a great time with this game. As you see at this point, I'm just going through and showcasing the 3D models of all the characters that I pulled for. So if you don't want to see this, then you can go ahead and skip this. Like I said, I already showed you all of these already, but if you want to stick around for the 3D models, then here it is. I don't have much else to say. Shout out to Ayaka, White Mage. Shout out to, like I said, Medea. Again, I started the game with her and I ended the game with her, so that's cool to see. But yeah, just these are all the 3D models. I'm just showcasing my account one last time so you can see what they look like in 3D. I know I'm going pretty fast. Federica, beast for me. Make sure to pause it if you want to check them out. But yeah, this is the last time I'm going to see this account. Well, again, this is the only way I'm going to see any of these characters again. So it was great while it lasted. I wish I would spend more time with this game. I hope one day in the future, a lot of these characters or character models will be refurbished or be reused in future games. absolutely, because some of these characters, yeah, I remember a lot of these characters, but there's not much else I want to say except yeah, shout out to Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War Division, or is it called War Divisions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius? I don't know. It's called War Divisions. So this is the last video I'm ever going to talk about this game. This is the last video that you'll ever see strictly on this game. And yeah, there's not much else I gotta say. Yep, as I said, Katomi, she was a beast for me for a period of time. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and, you know, just continue to ramble till this video ends. So yeah, so that's it. This is the last video for War Divisions. You will probably never see me do a standalone video on this game again. Oh, so yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm just just gonna ramble till this part's over. Yuna, Titus, which I said earlier, of course. Yeah, some of these characters are actually pretty cool. Again, I hope they do another Final Fantasy gacha game like this, and some of these characters could come back. If they do, I would definitely play it again more. I definitely like their design. I used her every now and again. Charlotte. Well, Final Fantasy VII fan here. Glacia, of course, as you know, one of my main. So yeah, I guess I'll just end to just say that I normally don't do reviews or ratings, but I will rate this game since it's over, and I will say, in my personal opinion, if I was to rate this game, I will rate this game, for me, probably overall, I would say 7 out of 10. I will say at the end, you definitely saw, it definitely got dated at the end. But with how good the summoning rates are, with how much, because there was a lot to do in this game. So with all the things that you could do with this game, had great character design, amazing free to play, one of the best free to play gachas out there. Yeah, I would probably give this one a 7 out of 10. That's what I would say. Yeah, 7 out of 10. But anyways, that's it. We're about to end. Shout out to War Divisions. And yeah, this is the last time you'll see this game on this channel. All right. Y'all have a good one.